You're watching Masters in Trading Live with Jonathan Rose.
Hey everybody, it's Jonathan. Welcome to Masters of Trading Live. Masters of Trading Live. I get on here every single day the market's open, 11 o'clock Eastern Time, to go over some important points. And once in a while, we're going to share some darn good trades. Today we got a darn good trade for you, so don't you go anywhere. A little bit about me. So I'm in this like white, dry office right now. I'm in this office because about 6 months ago, I live in Chicago. Chicago winters, no bueno, right? We had a hailstorm in our home, and in the middle of the night, it was like 2 or 3 in the morning, I wake up and I lean over to my wife. Her name is Carrie. I'm like, babe, I think it's raining. And she wakes up and she's like, yeah, it's raining. I'm like, no. I think it's raining in the house. And we have a little alcove, I guess, in our bedroom, and we have winding stairs. So I walk up these winding stairs to go look at this rain coming in our house, and it was like a kiddie pool. Like literally, we had water in our house. So 6 months later, we've been out of our house wrestling with the insurance companies. And this past week, Thursday and Friday, we finally were able to move back in. I'm hoping going forward, I'm going to be doing Masters of Trading live at my home, hopefully starting tomorrow. So super excited to share that. But that's why we didn't do live videos Thursdays and Fridays. Those were recorded. Gives you a little bit of background. More importantly, 4 topics. QQQ, we're at a pivot point. I had a really good feedback from a client. We went through our first expiration together. As we know, trading, investing can be a little bit emotional. Well, going through your first expiration with a bunch of new option traders can be emotional for lots of people. So I want to explain that. I want to talk about minding your risk. How best to start trading, some advice from somebody who's been with me for a little bit, and then finally, don't go anywhere because we have a Trump trade. The Trump trade is in border security. Let's go to the slides. I want to start here because VIX term structure, it's something we talk about often. This is just a measure of uncertainty. VIX is a measure of uncertainty. So VIX 9D, over 9 days, there's a little bit more uncertainty. Over 1 year, down 1%, down 2%, down 4%. The message is when the VIX indices are down, the market cannot go down. The market, the QQQ, the S&Ps, the Russell, the Dow, those only go down when the volatility indices go higher. You need that confirmation. QQQ. I want to simplify how we look at the market. QQQ, we're looking at a weekly. We talk about our line in the sand. We call it lit. Line in the sand, above bullish, below bearish. Here's what we're going to look out for. Look, these highs and these lows. We are in a little band on a weekly. Some of you will notice some technical analysis, pretty pictures that you may think it's a head and shoulders or whatever. I don't need to look at the market like that. Instead, I want to look at weekly highs and weekly lows, daily highs and daily lows. So this level, you could call it a left neck, or you can call it just the daily highs and the weekly highs. We gapped above, came right back under, gapped. So this is going to be your key levels, guys. Keep it really, really simple. So this is going to be 480. I'm going to put 488, but it's 487.50 to 489.50. Okay, it's not. It doesn't have to be the exact number. It's more of like a bias. What do we have down here? Down here, we're going to get to that 475 level. Right now, the Qs, if I'm looking at my screen, I have the Qs. Where are we trading at? QQQ's last trade, 482. 482 last trade. We are in 100%. No. 150% no man's land. Market right now is strong, a slight bias to go higher rather than go lower because those volatility indices are so low. But we will not get bearish until this is taken out. 475, but we would need that confirmation with the volatility indices. Hope it helps. We just had our expiry in July. Man, expirations are fun, they're tough, they're emotional. But when you have a community, you got a lot of people talking about the same thing. We had one of our names, Oscar. Symbol, OSCR. Now, we share a lot of trades, and trades will go against. When Oscar went against, there was a moment in the Discord that I thought JR might get tarred and feathered for just giving a really, really bad recommendation. Now, that seems really bad, but it was close. Tar and feathering was definitely one of the possible outcomes for JR if Oscar continued to go lower. Oscar did continue to go lower. Wait, where are my Oscar trades? Okay, I'm going to go back to that. Oscar did go lower. Here are the Oscar trades. Oscar, June 10th, June 14th, and June 21st. When we buy options, we hold until expiration or until we could take off a big fat profit. Well, 610 is going to be right here. 603 is going to be right here. So, and then 621 is going to be right here. So, sure. Well, oh no, let me get back on here. Play from current slide. So what we did with Oscar is we faded into this position, bought for $1.90, bought for $1.15, and bought for 80 cents. We lost 100% on every single one of these trades. Okay? It was just literally, it went against us. Went against us. Some people wanted to get themselves stopped out. Hopefully it comes back. But you know what? This name didn't come back. Some of our names aren't going to come back. So I want to share this because this is from the weekend. MG just recorded the closed trades. SLV, Reddit, BHP, Oscar, MRO. Humbling day because it sounds like he took losers on all 5 of these names, okay? But the trades I've made now total 24 winners, 17 losers, and a net gain of 9K. Add to that the knowledge I've acquired through MIT, all since May. So we will have names that are just god darn awful. But when you're buying options, it's difficult. You are going to lose, most likely, more than you win. But you're risking a fixed amount each time. So you're going to have some losers. That's okay. But Oscar could be a loser. SLV could be a loser. MRO could be a loser. And we could still have 24 winners, 17 losses, and $12,000 added to the account. But really, the biggest benefit is the knowledge that you gain, that you can use every single year for the rest of your life. So MG, thanks for sharing. This was awesome. This was the full Oscar trade. We'll get back at you, Oscar. Don't you worry, buddy. Next topic. Welcome. Jerry here, 719 over the weekend. Good morning, everyone. I decided to take the plunge and upgrade to advanced. It took his advanced notice subscription and upgraded to all access. All access gets you everything that we do. I see this as an investment, not as an expense. That's how we want you to see it. So Jerry comes in all access. First of all, Jerry, congratulations, welcome. But he came in the Discord and said, hey guys, help me. I'm new. What have you learned? How can you help? Plugin jumps in here, and I wanted to share this because it's just really good advice for anybody who's joining the Discord. How we trade is a different approach than you've ever traded. We don't sell options. We don't take unnecessary risk. All the risk that we take, you decide before you get into the trade. So mind your risk. Be patient. FOMO is not real. Don't make so many trades that you can't keep up with them. We see this happen all the time. It's more important to manage your risk than to find the next trade. If you have 5 positions, manage your trades, manage your portfolio rather than looking for more and more risk. Paper trade. If you're out there and you say, I can't paper trade, I need risk, I need action, I'm going to tell you that's nonsense. That's something that you're making up in your own head. It's okay to paper trade. All paper trade means is if you have an opinion, write it down. Follow the trade on paper. Make sure you're comfortable with it. Make sure you understand the trade before risking real money. This is a learning spa filled with nice people who share. You don't need any options experience to join Masters in Trading because it's a learning spa filled with nice people and everybody is willing to share. I got a trade for you guys. I got a Trump trade for you. I think you're going to like this one. Trump, obviously, a fan of border security. Border security is certainly somewhere that Trump is going to put money to if and when he's elected. Why do I say that? He is favored. So if we just go by the numbers, he is favored to win right now. If we look at the 2 companies that are in surveillance and border security, the 2 that I found, ESLT and then General Dynamics. I'm always looking for some kind of divergence. I want to be able to tie down a name. And when I mean tie down a name, I mean, hey, if you're long the blue and it goes down, tying down the name means it's correlated. They're in the same business. So if its competitor continues to get more expensive, this might give you confidence that the other name that's tied down might do well too. GDESLT, very, very correlated, right? They traded together until we had the ton of volatility around COVID. All names got killed until the government put money in. It looked like there was a huge divergence where GD got stronger than ESLT. ESLT does catch up. Again, you have this trade one more time. And again, we have this trade one more time right here. ESLT is extremely inexpensive relative to GD. I'm looking at a weekly here, guys. I'm going back, 15 years? What if, excuse me, that was the daily or weekly going back 15 years. Here's the weekly going back just to COVID. Let's just go back to 2020. We start them at the same point, right? On your mark, get set, go. They trade together. They get hit. Once in a while, they'll break apart. This is a trade. This is a trade. This is a trade. This is a trade. You know what else is a trade? Booyah. This is a trade. We're not ready for you yet, Mr. Lockup. This is a trade right here. ESLT, they don't have the best of options. I do like getting long the stock. Let me actually check the options because it would be a really good candidate for a cover call, buying the stock and selling longer date options. I mean, fuck. Oh, sorry for the bad language. What about for ESLT buying the stock and then offering the 200 strike calls? I wonder if you could offer those for, stop cursing, for $550 maybe? Let me just see last trade. Options don't have the best liquidity. Wow, the 200s, the last trade was $6.50. If you could buy stock and sell those 200s for $6, $6.20, that is a really, really lovely trade. I would have no problem with that, or considering just buying that stock of ESLT. The next topic is we're going to talk about lockups. Now, a lockup trade, every single IPO has a lockup. They come out for 6 months. All the insiders aren't allowed to sell stock because they just want that stock to go higher. I have already shared 2 lockups since we started this back in February. So one of them was ALAB, A-L-A-B. ALAB rallied up to 70 and then sold off to 52. Another lockup that we have is still an active trade. We've been in this one for a while. Reddit. Reddit's still in our lockup. For the all access portion, I got another lockup. We're going to go over a few different lockups. I found one that I really like, and we're going to be sharing that with all access. For everybody else, we'll be back live tomorrow, 11 o'clock Eastern time. Thank you guys so much for watching.